Hello and welcome to another oil update. We start with the light crude oil futures, WTI basically. So the situation is here still the same that we discussed in previous updates. To really confirm that a lasting low in this wave 2 has completed in the yellow count where we formed the wave 1 to the upside. This is a wave 2 to the downside in an A, B, C structure. So A, B, C. I need to see a break above resistance. I have amended the resistance area just slightly because we've made a slightly lower low after the last video. Support didn't break. We didn't have any invalidation, but I had to adjust support based on that. And it would take a break above $78.12 to suggest that a lasting low is in, because this would be too high for a wave 4 in the white count in which we're going to make a new low. So the white count is actually my, let's say, the operative count, the count I'm primarily following. Due to the break of the 78.6 retrace at $69, even though it was just a brief break, I assume that we could get one more low. But see, the market will tell us. The market will tell us. There's no need to assume anything. There's no need to impose our views on the market. We will get told by the market. So at the moment, I see here a potential A wave that could form in 5 waves. It's a leading diagonal. I've got a wave 1, I've got a wave 2, I've got a potential 3, 4, and one more high could form 5 waves. As soon as we have these complete, I call that an A wave. We could then see a B wave pullback and a C wave rally. If we get a sustained break above $78.12, I have to assume that probably this is not an ABC, but rather a 1, 2, 3, which could then lead to a 4 and a 5. That would be more bullish. So 2 wave counts, A or 1, B or 2, but they will move away from each other, these counts here. While the C wave should stop somewhere there, in the more bullish count, we can escalate higher. But it literally would take, it would literally depend on resistance, $78.12, and the structure that can form. If we can form 5 waves up, full 5 waves, that would be a really good confirmation that we are already in the 3rd wave higher, which would be a very bullish wave count. So $78.12 really needs to be considered. And as soon as we get these small 5 waves up, I'm going to watch for a corrective pullback in a B wave. That B wave should not break below the 78.6 retrace at $69. If we get a break below $69 now, it would require basically a reinterpretation of the chart. Yeah? Because a B wave should ideally not break below that level. So what kind of reinterpretation would that be? Well, I would have to assume that we're already coming down more directly in a wave 5. So at the moment, the white count is my main count. Very open to the idea that the yellow count could have bottomed, but it would need to prove that to us with a break above $78.12. And then we've got the Brent crude oil chart. It's very similar situation. Here as well, even weaker than the WTI chart. There's also one of the reasons why I'm focusing primarily on the white count, which suggests one more low below the March lows actually. But similar situation, you know, in the yellow count, yep, we could have bottomed, but it takes a sustained break above $82.36. Until then, I'm looking at this potentially as an ABC structure that could be unfolding. Again, the structure itself is more important than the actual price that's going to be reached. Even if we get a sustained break, I really need that 5 wave move up instead of just an ABC structure. Here as well, we get this diagonal that I showed you on the WTI chart as well. Might be nearly done. Then I'm watching for a B wave pullback. That B wave pullback should not break below $73.80, or we're probably going to come down more directly. Until then, I'm looking at this as an A, B, C structure, or even more bullish, could be doing this. but that requires a break above resistance, the formation of 5 waves. Only if we get the 5 waves, I can really confirm that we have a lasting low in place. But the break above resistance would already indicate that that's the case. So looking at this here as a key level at 82.36, and so far a potential 5-wave move forming here, but that is currently seen as only the A wave, then a B and a C. But in a more bullish interpretation, of course, the yellow count, yeah, would suggest we have bottomed already. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But again, the thing is, based on this analysis, we are close to a low. So either we've bottomed already, or we get one more marginally lower low, and then we should rally. Okay, so hopefully that's clear. The assumption that we're very close to a low, either we go up directly, or we get just one more low and should move then. And primary expectation at the moment, until the market can prove that something more directly bullish is going on, I think one more low is very likely. But again, very close to the low, so could very much be that we don't get this last low, especially as this move up is a 5-wave move. As always, the next pullback will tell us the truth. If it's a corrective pullback, we can look at higher, either in a C wave or something more bullish. So yeah, that's my update about oil. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you're interested in daily updates about the S&P 500 and stocks, check out our S&P 500 and stock service. You can find the link in the description. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.